Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is to continue number system part 3. Okay, so we want to continue the example. I believe we've tried these questions as mentioned in part 2. Okay, so we just want to conclude that so that we can move to the next one. Um, as mentioned, that let's just have solution here. I can split this into two. So for example, 4, we have 1 0 2 2 1 base what 3. Like I said, it can be written in figure, it can also be in words. Okay, so 1 0 2 2 1 base 3. So what are we trying to do here? We're trying to buttress what we mentioned in number system part 1. What did I say? I said we're trying to raise the base to its power. Okay, so and what is the base here? The base here is what? Is 3. And at the same time, this shows that, okay, we are converting to base 10. And I told you that either in logarithm or in number system, the general base is what? Is base 10. Okay? So if you want to get the value of y, like the question I shared last, you have to convert to base 10. How do we do the conversion? It's exactly what I've done in part 2. The example I've done in part 2, the example I've done in part 1. That is how you convert to base 10. So this means that this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that will be what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is so it means that at the end of the day, this one will now be equal to that implies that you have 1 times 3 raised to power 4. Okay, so don't forget 1 times this base 3. Then what is the power? Is this 4? Okay, so the figure, the number of the value of the figure you have here, 1 2 3 4 5. It means what you are going to write is from 0 to 4 as shared in part 1. Okay, so for base 5 it will be 0 to 4. So now in this case, now the base given to you in this question is 3. So irrespective of that, you have the figure 1 2 3 4 5. So you will start your number from 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so if you've not watched part 1, if you've not watched part 2, please try and ensure to watch them. Okay, so that you can understand exactly what I'm saying. So then it means the next one will be 0 times 3 raised to power 3. Okay, 0 times 3 raised to power 3. So you have your plus, that will be 2 times 3 raised to power 2 plus then 2 times what? 3 raised to power what? 1 plus 1 times what? 3 raised to power what? 0. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to raise the base to its power. So what's the power? So the power is the figure you wrote here. So irrespective of the number of figures you have here, you need to start your counting from 0. So I've mentioned that in part 1. Ensure to go through it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1 times 3, that is how you convert to base 10. So there will be no need for me, even if I'm going to mention it, I will not waste much time on it. There will be no need for me to mention conversion of a particular base to base 10. So this is how you convert to base 10. Okay, so we'll also still mention in our next part, we'll mention how we convert from base 10 to other bases. Okay, either base 2, either base 4, either base 5. So we'll show that it's very simple. So now after doing this, like I said in part 2, okay, what do? You get all your value out. So the answer you're going to get here will be in base 10. So this is 3 times 3, 4, 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 3. You understand? That is 36 if I'm not mistaken. So 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 3, sorry, 3 times 3, 9, 9 times 3, 27. So 27 times 3, 27 times 3, that's 7 times 3, 21. Carry 2, 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, that's 81. So it means this one is what? 81 plus. Okay, so that's 81 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3, that's 81. So I've told you anything multiplied by 0, you don't need to stress yourself, is what? 0. Okay? So like this one is 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 2, that's what? 18. Okay? You see that it's very simple. It's just like chinchi and pure water. This one is 3 raised to power 1. Anything raised to power 1 is that thing. And I've said it, joy raised to power 1 is joy. So this 3 times 2, that's what? 6. Plus anything raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is what? Is 1. So this one is simple. So it means if I have this one will give me 81 plus 18. That will give me 99. 99 plus 6. That will give me that's 105. 105 plus 1. So it means this is what? 106 is in base 10. Okay? So it's as simple as that. So it means that that is 106 in base 10. So the same thing applies to question 5. Okay? If you want to solve question 5, then it means we should apply the same method. It's as simple as that. So it means, for example, 5, okay, this one is the same thing as saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what's the number of figure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means I'll stop at 4. So this is the same thing as saying that implies you have 8 times 4 raised to power 4, okay, plus that's 1 times 4 raised to power 3, plus you have 2 times what? 4 raised to power 2, plus 5 times 4 raised to power 1, plus 0 times 4 raised to power 0. So that is that. It's very simple. 8 times 4 raised to power 4. Okay. 1 times 4 raised to power 3. 2 times 4 raised to power 2. 5 times 4 raised to power 1. 0 times 4 raised to power what? Raised to power 0. It's as simple as that. So from there, you can get your answer out. So all you just need to do is just to, so what we just need to do here is just to, multiply everything and add like the way we did for example 4 and get our answer out. It's as simple as that. So from here, it means that we have 4 times 4. This is 4 raised to power 4. Okay, so we have 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is what? 16. Okay, 16 times 4. I think 6 times 4, 24. 4 times 1, 4 plus 2. That's 64. So 64 plus 64 times another 4. Is 4 raised to 4 times 4 in 4 places. Okay, so that's 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4, 64. 64 times 4, that's 4 times 4, 16. Carry 1. 6 times 4, 28 plus 1. That's 20. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 3, 18. So 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1. That's what? 25. So it means that one is 256. That's, which implies you have 8 times 256, okay, plus 4 times 4, 3, and 4 times 4, 16, 16 times 4, 64. So this one is 1 times 64, okay, plus 4 times 4, 16. So that's what? 2 times 16. That's 5 times 4. Anything raised to power 1 is that thing. This one is what? Plus what? 0. Okay, so that is that. So you can have that. So 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4, that's 64. 64 times 4. 4 times 4, 16. Carry 1. 6 times 4. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1. That's what? 256. That is how we arrive at 256 here. Okay. Now, so what we now do is that we times it by 8. That's 256 times 8. Okay. So like 8 times 5 is what? 40. Okay, that's then it means that at the end of the day, we can just multiply, and then here we can just quickly do our multiplication. Okay, so you have 256, then times 8. I think 8 times 6 you have, if I'm not mistaken, so you should have 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 6 is what, 48. So carry 4. So 8 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so plus 4, that's 40. 8 times 5 plus 4, that's 44. Carry 4. 8 times 2, 16. Plus 4, that's what, 20. So this one is what? That implies you have 2048 plus 64 plus 32. That's 16 times 2 is 32. Plus what? 20. I can do this manually. 2048. You have your 64. You have your 32. You have your 20. Very simple. Even if you're in the JAMB class, it doesn't take you anything. So all you just need to do is just to know your multiplication table. So this is 12. This is 14. Carry 1. Then this is 5. This is 11. This is 14. Okay. 11, 14, that's 16. Carry 1. So that's 3. That's your 1. Carry 1. So your 1 will come. That's 2164. So it means at the end of the day, that implies you have what? 2164 in base what? In base 10. So it's as simple as that. So you have your what? 2164 in base 10. You have your 2164 in base 10. So that is how you can convert to base 10. And that explains the fact that you can raise your base to the power to explain the definition of what? Of a number system. Okay, so in our next part, we'll be dealing with how we can convert um, other base 10 to other bases, maybe like base 2 binary, okay, which is also very simple. So thank you and very much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay. We are trying to explain this thing, break it down, okay. So you should also try to encourage us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, share, comment, and like, and also try some of the examples, some of the questions sent shared, so that at the end of the day, we can all be carried along. Cheers. Thank you.